Hey everyone, it's Mike Swigunski here, founder of Global Career and best-selling author of Global Career, How to Work Anywhere and Travel Forever. And today I have a really exciting topic for you. I'm going to be discussing the most impactful books I've read over the years, and I'm going to be sharing with you my entire reading list of my favorite books. So some of these might surprise you. You'll need to stick around to the end to figure out what is my most impactful book of all time. So let's go ahead and dig into my favorite books of all time. Now, before we get started, a lot of these books I read on Audible. I actually prefer audiobooks because it allows me to do a few other tasks while still retaining a lot of the knowledge and still enjoying the reading experience. If you're like me and you want to get a free trial of Audible, you're going to want to stick around to the end. I'll have a link for you that will give you a free 30-day trial of Audible, and all you have to do is sign up with this special link, and I'll give you all the details towards the end. Let's go ahead and start off with my best all-around business book. And again, I'll put all these details below in the description. So Principles by Ray Dalio. It's one of the books that really showed me what's important in the business world. And I would say 100% it's the best all-around business book, so make sure you check it out. Ray Dalio is one of the world's most successful investors and entrepreneurs, and he shares his unconventional principles that he's developed, refined, and used over the past 40 years to create unique results in both life and his business. So any organization or person can utilize these same tips to implement it into their everyday life. You can utilize it to implement it into your business, your relationships. There's a lot of great value out of this book, and I highly recommend grabbing it and giving it a read. So coming in at number 2 is the most impactful mindset book. It's called Never Split the Difference: Negotiating as If Your Life Depends Upon It by Chris Voss. Again, this is a really great story about an FBI negotiation, how he's utilized negotiation tactics through his work with the FBI, and how you can take these same tactics and implement them into your everyday life. That's one of the things I love so much about this book is there's a lot of great value, a lot of cases you can utilize it in your day-to-day experiences. Life is a series of negotiations you should be prepared for. Buying a car, negotiating a salary, buying a home, renegotiating rent, deliberating with your partner. This book is packed full of really good tips that are going to help you out in your day-to-day life, and I guarantee you'll get a lot of value out of this book. Moving into number 3, the best book for improving workflows and habits. It's a book called Atomic Habits: Tiny Changes, Remarkable Results. So this is written by James Clear, and it's given me some really good takeaways to try to improve my physical habits, my work habits, going to the gym, eating better, working more efficiently. And there's so much great stuff in here. You're going to love it. Some of the stuff is really easy to implement. I could do it from day one. One of the best things I really enjoyed was just utilizing visual cues, which is one of your strongest psychological indicators. So for example, instead of burying those healthy fruits away in your fridge, leave them out in a place where you're going to see them every day. And instead of going for some of the junk food, you're going to grab some of those healthy fruits. There's a lot of great tips like this throughout the book. So a lot of tiny changes you can make, and utilizing these over time will have remarkable results. The next book I want to share with you is Cashvertising. I would say this is the best marketing and advertising book. There's more than 100 different secrets in there. And one of the great things I love about this book is it shares a lot of the psychological rationale, not just based off of anything, but actually based on true studies, clinical trials. And this book essentially shows you how people think, what their buying habits are, and you can utilize this into digital marketing, running your business. And there's a lot of great pricing psychology and other psychology that goes into making money online. So this is written by Drew Eric Whitman. So some of these techniques have been used by New York's biggest ad agencies. There's little known secrets that are shared throughout this book, so it's definitely worth checking out, and it is an extremely impactful one. Coming in next is The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ Demarco. This is a great book if you're kind of looking to transition from a 9-to-5 job to running your own business, It really puts a lot of things in perspective on how you can gain wealth and essentially continue earning wealth over time. A lot of times, one of the big aha moments in this book, I won't give you any spoilers, but it's going to show you that you might not be on the best path for financial success where you're at now. And this will help shift you to the right path. It's better to read this book early on, but at any point or any stage in your life, I guarantee you'll find a lot of value out of it. So coming in next is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is by Robert Kiyosaki. This is kind of a controversial book, but I still think it's worthwhile. Even though not all of the advice is 100%, I still think I found a lot of value out of this. And depending on what path you're on right now or what stage you're at, I think it's worthwhile. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert's story of growing up with two dads, his real father and the father of his best friend, his rich dad. And they explain the ways in which both men shaped his thoughts about money and investing. So if you have trouble saving money, or if you need to kind of rehash your mindset about accumulating wealth, this is going to be another great book. Coming in next is Shoe Dog by Phil Knight, a memoir by the creator of Nike. In this instant and tenacious New York Times bestseller, Nike founder and board chairman Phil Knight offers a rare and revealing look at the notoriously media-shy man behind swoosh. So this is about Phil Knight, the creator of Nike, and it's so good. It's definitely one of the best reads I've had over the past 5 to 10 years. And I guarantee if you pick it up, you'll love it as well. So coming in next is the best business structure book, and it's called Built to Sell by John Warlow. If you have any desire to go into entrepreneurship, I highly recommend you pick this book up first before you get into it. Whether you're going to buy a business, you're going to build one from the scratch up, this is such a good book full of so much value about how you should essentially construct your business in a way that you're going to sell it. Even if you have no desire or intention of selling it, you're going to make it more efficient. You're going to make it run a lot more smoothly. And again, it's just going to be a better business if you structure it in a way to sell. So definitely worth picking this book up as well. One of the last ones on my list is my favorite fiction book. It's The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. And why did I include this? I would say this is one of those books that I read when I was younger and has inspired me to go on a continuous life adventure of exploring the world, finding adventures around every corner, and just trying to make my life as exciting as possible. And The Hobbit has been one of those books that I've always cherished and has really given me a lot of inspiration as a young kid. I still love this book today, and it's definitely worth reading. If you're into the Lord of the Rings series, The Hobbit is one of my favorite all-time books. It's got a little bit of everything, and I guarantee you'll love it. So last but not least is my very own book, Global Career, How to Work Anywhere and Travel Forever. So the book has received hundreds of 5-star reviews on Amazon and Audible. I'm going to show you some information about how you can pick it up. But essentially, this is the most impactful book in my life. One, I've written it, but I've also connected me with thousands of other people who I've helped start their own digital journey. And I essentially can do the same for you. So if you haven't yet, pick up this book. If you're interested in working overseas, finding internships overseas, trying to transition from a physical job to a remote job, I kind of cover everything in this book. It's essentially my past 10 years packaged up into easy to read and easy to carry book. And I guarantee you'll love it. The reviews are in, they speak for themselves. So I am a little biased, but let me know what you think about it. If you do end up picking up a copy, again, any review on Amazon is absolutely helpful for me. And I really appreciate all of your support. Make sure that you're grabbing these books. And again, if you're going to be getting these books, it's one thing to get it and another thing to read it. But make sure you're taking action after you read these books. And that's the one thing I love about Global Career is it gives you inspiration, but it really gives you actionable advice on how to transform your life into a way where you can continue traveling long-term while still developing your career and building financial success. So again, check it out. I'll leave all the details on my reading list so you can go ahead and grab a copy of any of these books that piqued your interest. And again, if you made it this far, please consider subscribing. I'm releasing 2 new videos every week. And if you haven't yet, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Thanks again, and have a wonderful rest of your day.